Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
I don't mind advertisers so long as they're advertising something that I care about or would want to care about. I notice marketing campaigns all the time, and for the most part, they don't annoy me as long as I'm interested in looking at what it is that these people are trying to advertise, what they're trying to market to me. And, I know people treat advertising differently than they treat other things in their life. It's a necessary evil. Now, I know that even though I'm spending this week here at home with my parents, well, at my old home with my parents are old. In a few more years, I'll be considered old. I'm sitting inside of my old bedroom that I lived in when I was a child. I've watched their habits when it comes to advertising, what they're pulled into and what they refuse outright. My dad loves fast-forwarding through commercials when he can. He's got a DVR. But he asks me all the time about different marketing campaigns, especially when these companies that he wants to support in some way, as in wants their product, he asks me about the discounts and if they're valid or if there's a better deal out there. So usually people are happy when it comes to getting the right deal. It's one of the reasons why I've been blogging coupons at chris.pirillo.com and have set up the coupon search engine at coupons.lockerdome.com. Some people don't like advertising at all because of the way it's being delivered to them. And Kasim, who also goes by the handle Superfly377, wrote into me the other day with a topic that other people had mentioned before, but I don't think we've talked about. Says he's a subscriber to the YouTube videos. He regularly stops by the chat room by that handle. He says he's a gadget fanatic, and over time slowly become an Apple fanboy. That's what he says. But he still wants to have a PC with Windows and Linux, and he doesn't want to be closed-minded. That's the way to go. He says, after seeing your videos on advertisements in your gadgets, it brought to mind what I recently watched on The Gadget Show, a show that he watches all the time there in England. He said it was saying that the three main ISPs in England are partnering with a group called Phorm, that's spelled Phorm, which is a group that monitors what you look for and browse on the internet and send you advertisements based on that. And in that, it would be if you type in camera into Google and Wikipedia a lot, frequently, Phorm will send you advertisements. Boy, really slipped there. Although my English viewers, at least those who live in England, would probably be happy for that pronunciation. Advertisements of aluminium. Advertisements based on cameras. I remember you said you don't have problems with relevant advertisements, but is it worth it at the expense of your privacy? What are your thoughts? Well, I don't know if that's necessarily invading privacy, no more than Gmail targeted text advertisements targeted against the email that you're viewing is invading your privacy. It's likely a benign form of watching patterns, as in it's not, targeting you specifically as much as it's targeting your generic behaviors. I'm still kind of against it. I don't think that is the best way to go. I mean, if a website itself is not selling the ads, then ads should not be placed against that website in any way. I don't think that's right at all. I don't have, a great amount of detail about Phorm, but I know other people out there have written me and they just don't like it at all. I don't know what kind of privacy is being invaded. It's a fine line when you're talking about advertisements, specifically in relation to the internet. And if the ISP is doing this, I don't think that's quite right. If the websites themselves are part of it, well, that's part of the website's terms of service. But all the internet service providers should be doing is giving you access to those websites. And if you're getting that internet service for free, well, then it might be understandable why ads are being served up. I mean, that's how my parents first got access to email, was with Juno. They had a free email address there at juno.com. And they liked it. They put up with the ads. They had no problem with it because they got what they got for free. But if people in England are paying these ISPs to access the internet, and ads are getting served against them, and their privacy is being violated, it's just not cool. For users' rights, just not cool at all. So I really wanted to throw this out there to everybody out there in England, specifically, who has to deal with ISPs that are using Phorm. Give me your thoughts. Give me the skinny. I'm in the middle of Iowa right now on very, very limited access, EVDOA, which is faster than my parents' DSL connection in the other room. It's kind of sad. But I know we have our own set of broadband issues here, sometimes in relation to privacy, sometimes in relation to just raw access. And now a couple of ISPs are considering metering access here in the United States. Comcast and Time Warner are thinking about giving users so much data per month and then charging for overages. It's just not cool. And at the end of the day, the user, me and you, we get thrown out the window. So, I'm for supporting any group who supports user rights and user advocacy. Whether it's in relation to advertisements or just getting access to things like the internet in general. What are your thoughts on this? Advertising in by way of taking on your patterns of behavior on the internet and then serving ads against them. These are things, the technology's there, and we're going to have to deal with it as users. But I think the bottom line for us as users is deal with us on our terms, okay? We're in control of these relationships that we have with vendors. It's one of the reasons why choice in the marketplace is paramount, especially when it comes to access to the internet. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. My email address is chris@pirillo.com. I'm sure you're going to post comments. Feel free to do so, or specifically in relation to experiences with Phorm and ISPs in England. You're also welcome to swing by the chat room if you can get access to it. I'm normally streaming my video 24 hours a day, and we've got a chat room full of tech heads from all around the world, including England, and we're at one place pretty much all the time, and that's live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.